Now, WUSA 9 Game on Sports, brought to you by Xfinity.
So in life, everybody faces difficulties and adversity to get to where they are. Some, though, face tougher challenges than most, like DeJuan Harvey, a former Friendship Collegiate basketball star. Chris Williamson has the story on a kid still trying to make it to the pros despite extremely difficult circumstances.
DeJuan Harvey is a kid from D.C. Lived in some rough neighborhoods, Todd Place Northeast to be exact. There were lots of drugs and violence. He grew up in his grandmother's house. And when we say grew up, we mean really grew. 6 feet and still in elementary school. But he wasn't a basketball player until his senior year at Friendship Collegiate. By that time, he was 7 feet tall and still growing. He could run, block shots, but no fundamentals. Despite that lack of fundamentals, he had something going for him. His older brother, Marvin. Marvin preached to DeJuan to get into the gym, work on shooting. DeJuan ended up ranked as one of the top 100 players in the D.C. area, and he earned offers from big schools across the country. The brothers were inseparable.
I was always trying to find him, trying to be with him, trying to be around him, and get everything together. He's a real big impact on my life. He kept me on track.
But that's not the end of the story. July 3rd, 2013, 3 days before DeJuan's 18th birthday, he would face a crisis. His brother was stabbed to death in the basement of their house by a female friend. Ultimately, the charges against her were dismissed due to insufficient evidence.
I just see my brother right there just laying. It's like, eyes just like wide open, just staring at me.
And just like that, DeJuan's dream and his life took a big hit. He lost his best friend, the friend who provided so much support, his mentor, the brother who was sometimes mistaken for his dad.
Sank down probably about like a year later. We went to his grave site, just staring at that plaque, and I'm just like, damn, bro. Like, you really, I ain't coming back. I don't even like fireworks no more. I don't even like 4th of July. I don't even like July no more.
DeJuan bounced around for the next few years from one junior college to another. He barely played, he got hurt, and at his last stop in Panola, a small town in Texas, he got arrested for possessing weed. The charge was dismissed, and so was DeJuan. The school kicked him out, and that's when the soul-searching began.
I mean, we've all made mistakes in our past, and I just wanted to be somebody that's there to motivate him, support him, and help guide him not only through basketball and sports, but through other parts of his life.
And that brings the story to today. DeJuan is working out again. He's 22, 7'2", and the dream of making it to the professional level is back in his sights.
Just looking back at this, my whole life, just like, and that whole, like, this impact, just like, all them times I failed, I'm not gonna keep failing. Can't.
He's working out with his mentor, former St. John's High School player and coach. There's this other motivation for DeJuan. He's a dad. Her name is Royalty. She's one and already a jokester.
Once I got my daughter, I'm like, nah, this 9 to 5 gotta stop. And I really gotta grind. And I try this basketball thing again. And serious this time. Way serious.
His story is still being written, but with his daughter fueling him to stay on track and get to the pros, it looks like this upcoming chapter in his life will be a success. In Northeast D.C., Chris Williamson, WUSA 9.
He is a dedicated young man. Now, DeJuan plans to attend a prep school this fall, and then he's going to enter the 2018 NBA draft. Now, if the pros don't work out, he does have a backup plan. He is going to work on running a clothing business.
Coming up.